All right, guys, I am so happy to be with you again. So at any time, whoever is watching over and in control of the video, if you need to pause, just go ahead and pause, and then you can start right back up where we left off. So I'm going to go straight through this. We are going to do a St. Patty's Day Shamrock or a lucky clover. All right, and we're gonna do this because everybody on St. Patty's Day has a little Irish in them, right? So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna do the Irish flag. And the Irish flag has green, white, and orange. Now the yellow and the black will be the outline for the clover afterwards. All right, and I gave you a little sketch here so you guys could just kind of see what we're gonna be doing. Now, the flag has green, white, and then orange, just stripes. So they're about equal stripes. So if you want to make it wavy, just as long as you have those colors, everybody will know that it is Ireland and we're celebrating St. Patty's Day. Now our clover is green. So we have green, but if we want to make it light in color, we can go and hit up our yellow and it can make a lighter, brighter green. All right, guys, so once again, colors, green, orange, yellow, black, and white. All right, make sure you've got your cup of water. This one's pretty dirty. And your paper towels. And for brushes, I'm not using anything in particular. Whatever you feel comfortable with. If you want a bigger brush to do around the outsides, if you want a small brush, if you want a tiny brush for details, it is all you. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So use the brush that you feel most comfortable with, and with a smaller brush, sometimes it's easier to get around. Now, if you want to go ahead, I'm gonna show you how to draw out these. The shamrock is just a heart. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the first heart. So we're gonna make the first heart. Now you can use a pencil afterwards if you want to paint all of the flag and then do that in green just in your paint, whatever you wish you would like to do. And then we have another heart. So sometimes it's hard to do a heart like that, right? Because it's hard to imagine that. If we flip it, then we can go ahead and we're going to build another heart. And what I like about hearts and shamrocks, they don't have to be perfect. Though I saw all of your hearts and they were amazing last time. Same thing. If I flip it to the other side, I can go ahead and make my other heart. So we have 3 hearts total, 1 in the top, 2 on the side, and then we need to make a stem. All right, easy peasy. So if you decide to do this with your pencil beforehand, you can do that. Or you can do this afterwards with your paint. If you do all of the flag first and then wait till it dries a little bit, and then we're gonna do the shamrock. So you can do that right on top. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna take whatever brush I feel comfortable with. This side is green, this is white, and this is orange. So a line and a line, and they don't have to be perfect. So I'm just grab my green, and I'm gonna go right on in. Now you can even be fancy smancy. If you want straight up green, or if you want to throw little bits of white in there afterwards, I'm gonna go right up and around. Just gonna go nice, tuck it really nice right in there. So whatever paints you have, that will do. If you're doing on paper, it's gonna work fine. If you're doing on canvas, if you're doing on a board. Okay, so I have my green down. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the brush, we're gonna dance it in our water. We're gonna clean it off nice and good. Look at that green water. I'm just gonna give it a little wipe down. Clean it right down. Now you could also use a new brush if you wish. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into orange. And I'm gonna go right into my orange. And I'm gonna do this side. All right, so I'm just gonna go right on around my little shamrock hearts. Now, if you decide at any time that you want to do another coat on your background colors, go for it. Now, if you're going to do your shamrock after you're all done painting all of these stripes are just solid stripes all the way straight across. I did the little one ahead of time for you guys so you could see. So I'm just going to go ahead, clean off the brush again, dance in my water, give a little wipe down. Ooh, got a little drip. Gotta catch that drip. And then we get to go in with our white. So I'm gonna go first, I'm gonna go in that center area. And then I can work on out. Now it's okay if you grab a little bit of that green, say the green's a little wet still, or if you grab a little bit of that orange and that orange is a little wet, it's okay. I'll just feel like it's moving in the wind. I'm gonna do the same thing right here. Make sure you get around the bottom. Now, if you're gonna do the shamrock afterwards, you're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna make that little, you're gonna make the lines, you're gonna wait till it dries, and you're gonna do the next part with us. Okay, so we've got our flag in the background. So what we're gonna need now is we are going to need green, and this is where I like to bring a little bit of that yellow. It makes it bright, like fresh spring bright. I'm gonna go right into my heart-shaped shamrock. Now, if you feel like you're gonna lose it over here, just add just a touch more of your yellow, as it's in the green. Just gonna go ahead and paint this with my yellow and my green. Now, if you are creating your shamrocks for the very first time with your paint, you're gonna do the same thing we did before. You're gonna do your first, flip it to the side, you're gonna do your second, and then flip it to the other side, and you're gonna do your third. Ooh, she's gonna be so pretty. St. Patty's Day is so much fun. I love corned beef and cabbage. I hope you do too. It's so good. Stinks though. Makes the whole house smell stinky. Go out and about and around. Now we need our stem. Same thing, same colors. Now if you want to go back through and making it darker, you can wait till it dries. You can help it dry a little bit. If you want to make it lighter, you can do that too. I think she's looking like a little festive. All right, so make sure you get your stem. And remember, anytime that you need to slow down, you just hit the pause button and you can resume right after. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my brush one more time. Now, if you would like it to dry before you do anything else, you can do a hair dryer. You can kind of just air it out back and forth, or you could just wait a minute because it is winter and it's so dry. So what I would like to do, I'm going to take that black and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just do a black outline. See, when it's not dry, it kind of pulls a little bit, but that's okay. I kind of like that. There is no mistakes, right? So I'm just taking that black and making that little outline so it stands out nice and bright off my canvas or my page. All right, so take your time. Now, you can keep it just like this if you want. What I will do also, if you would like, you don't have to because this would be just a flag. But if you wanted to give it more of a line, if you do a little black down the center, and it just makes these two colors, the colors just stand right out. Makes a nice little difference. Now you don't have to do that part at all, ever. Clean off my brush. Now, this is the fun part. You can keep it just the way it is. You can take more of your white, more of the yellow. You can go into the centers. You can play around with your colors, with your green. So yellow, adding yellow and green, yellow and your white, any of those. It's going to give you a nice little pop. And if you took, after it dries, if you take just a little white, making a little, kind of get like to make that little loop. You can even do it through here. So I'm gonna clean out the brush. Of course, you can't do it in the white because you won't be able to see it over there. All right, so this is the fun part. This is where you get to play and you get to enjoy. So I hope you guys had a really good time painting a Irish shamrock for a very lucky St. Patty's Day. I can't wait to paint with you guys live in the future. And I hope you guys have a wonderful St. Patty's Day. And hopefully when we paint, we're going to be painting something Easter and all spring. No more snow. All right, guys. Love painting with you. Bye-bye.